This is a group presentation on analyzing our literature reviews as well as the case studies and the theories we've used in our presentation.
Declarative knowledge is a person's factual knowledge and information. Procedural knowledge is the knowledge of performing activities. It cannot value the accuracy. Business cluster can be defined as a geographical network of interconnected businesses, suppliers, and associated institutions in a particular field which increases the productivity, allowing businesses to compete nationally and globally. The networks of relationships among people who live and work in a particular society, enabling that society to function effectively, is social capital. Strong and weak ties. The strength of ties is defined as the combination of the total time, emotional intensity, and intimacy, and the mutual services which categorize the tie. Honeycomb framework is used individually and together and helps understand social media ecology, but also audience and engagement needs.
However, business clusters, levels of formality, and procedural and declarative knowledge were only used by Davor, Abdullahi, and Darshana, respectively.
Aspects of literature review. Understanding of the concept. Understanding of the concept of social media is more important than its application within the business networks. Evaluation of information. Social media assists to lure new customers as well as promote business among the users with the right evaluation of the information. Network collectivism. This outlines the network collectivism as a group managed networks online but also generate shared common interest identity. Sources of information. Social media can be the biggest source of information during crisis as it is easy for them to gain awareness. Investing on the right kind of social capital. The efficient use of social media and investing on the right kind of social capital are essential to determine success in the business as an entrepreneur. Social media's impact on buyers' decision. The evidence obtained as a result of the literature review has shown how buyers and organizations are affected by selection of theories and the reasons like social media and social networking slides. Commonalities between the case studies. One of the first commonalities is 3 out of the 4 case studies explain how information and content on social media go viral and the consequences of it. However, one of the case studies talks about how social media could potentially affect a buyer's purchase decision. A commonality is that social media primarily consists of weak ties and how individuals use social media to obtain information from weak.
Commonalities in the Honeycomb framework were also present. Sharing, which is one of the blocks of the Honeycomb framework, defined as the extent to which users can exchange, distribute, and receive content. There was a commonality in the fast information spreading, in which the content shared by one user to his strong ties was then shared by strong ties to weak ties. Sharing the content with weak ties was the reason why the content went viral, as once the information is shared with weak ties, it will keep on spreading to more users. Social media platforms require several features such as users' profiles, content, approach of connecting and interacting with individuals and joining virtual groups with common interests. Identity is another block which shows commonalities. It is seen as the most straightforward block. It outlines the extent to which users reveal their identity on social media platforms with personal information such as name, gender, and location. The commonality related to this block is when identity was used as a key tool for information spreading, their personal identity was revealed on social media platforms.
Commonalities between strong and weak ties. The existing connections among us is easy through the power of just one click away, power of one voice. Emotion plays a crucial role in influencing the probability of the content being popular and go viral. The strength of relationship is crucial as the closer you are to the person, the more likely information and opportunities are being shared. Also, the strength of ties, weak ties, can influence the purchasing decisions of through social media.
The first argument was about the hashtag. The question, is hashtag a strong or weak tie? As strong ties were used differently in all the literature review, it was very difficult to answer. In the literature review relating to the Boston bombing, hashtag was classified as a strong tie as multiple users were trying to identify the suspect. They were following the stream due to their common interest on the tragedy, whereas in the case of the showrooming, the hashtag was classified as weak ties as people consult the hashtags or keywords to gain information about a product and customer reviews. Has social media changed since 2010? Would the spread of information on social media be verified of its reliability before going viral? Nowadays, social media platforms can remove any content that is seen as no compliance with their regulations. However, the spread of information cannot be controlled. The power of one voice can turn an entire industry down.
Impact of theories used on others' case studies. We all used strong and weak ties. However, Honeycomb Framework was not used by Abdullahi, but it could have been used as the conversation block impacts on this case study. Conversations form the foundation of customer review pages, which a buyer might use before purchasing a product. Priscilla and Davor used Honeycomb Framework, but in different functions, as Priscilla used sharing and Davor used identity. However, Darshana's case study didn't use social capital, and social capital could have related to the situation where media was taking any type of information without verification or reliability, and the damage would have not been caused to the families during the identification of the suspect. To sum up, this presentation has demonstrated the integration of each group member's literature review, as well as the application of various theoretical concepts, and also contrasted and compared the case studies and the resulting theoretical stances taken by each group member, and also the different applications of the impact of each application to each case study. We hope you have enjoyed this presentation, and thank you for listening.